We're here to show you a better way to spend your state income taxes and get the money to where it's needed the most to the thousands of qualified kids.
What we like about Blocks is they really know where the need is.
This program ensures that their dollars come 100% into these kids for their tuition assistance.
If you are able, Blocks makes the EITC piece go very quickly and very smoothly.
Turn your PA state tax liability into need-based scholarships and receive a 90% tax credit.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. And the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Meet David and Kay May, a dynamic team with a shared mission to help you turn your real estate dreams into reality. What sets them apart? Their wealth of experience, combined with a genuine passion for guiding clients every step of the way. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor, their personalized approach and commitment to service make every real estate journey smooth and rewarding. Contact them today to get started on your next real estate adventure.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches.
He scored!
the game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to LaSalle College High School for early tip-off today, 4 o'clock start. Big Bat Catholic League battle today. LaSalle College High School hosts St. Joseph Prep in another edition of a classic Philadelphia crosstown rivalry. We'll jump right into it with the starters today. St. Joe's Prep being introduced first. Number 0, Luke Moransky.
Number 1, a 6'3" and sophomore, Justin McKee.
Justin McKee, uber talented sophomore wing guard hybrid.
Number 4, 5'10" junior, Jaden Howlett.
Number 4, Jaden Howlett, 5'10" guard.
Number 23, a 6'4" senior, Will Lesovitz.
Will Lesovitz, a 6'4" senior stretch forward guard type. And to round out the starting lineup, number 24, Atlee Harvey. Of note, no Julian McKee today. Significant loss. St. Joe's Prep's leading scorer will not be playing today. And for your LaSalle College High School Explorers,
Number 0, a 5'11" senior,
Pat Flaherty in the starting lineup. Once again, has done a great job coming in, filling in perimeter, has been a great perimeter threat for the LaSalle Explorers. Tyler Branson, junior guard, lead guard, really settling into that point guard, true point guard role for the Explorers over the last few games. Uber talented, one of the most talented guards in the Catholic League, Max Okabata.
Number 10, a 6'4" senior,
Ryan Damon stepping into the starting lineup once again for the Explorers as Coach Ryan Ansel continues to shuffle. And last but certainly not least, number 23, Nick Neary. Not a lot of height today as we bring you into the booth. Pat Burkhead to my left, Jack Burns on the camera. Pat, big game today. You know, the atmosphere, early game so we could get the students here. Absolutely filled student section on the LaSalle side. St. Joe's Prep has brought a great contingent as well. What are you looking for today?
Yeah, LaSalle's coming off a really good win over Archbishop Ryan. We're playing Ryan Damon at that small ball 5 spot. Actually worked really well. So without Julian McKee, not as much size from Prep. So I think definitely a good chance for that to work today.
Yeah, can't overstate the loss, or understate, I guess, the loss of Julian McKee. St. Joe's Prep leading scorer by a good margin. High major Division I type talent. Just left with his brother, Justin McKee, in the lineup today. As the Explorers win the tip, and we are off. Tyler Branson handling the ball for the Explorers. Off to Nick Neary on the wing. Looking for Max Okabato on the back cut, not there. Ryan Damon hands off to Tyler Branson. Love getting Max Okabato on that wing going downhill. And an early foul called on Julian McKee as he looks to make a gamble. Called for the reach-in.
And Carter, definitely something to watch here. Without Julian McKee, not as much depth on this prep team. So if they have someone get into foul trouble early, they might have to go a little bit further down that bench.
Yeah, clear foul there. Arm right across the body. Nick Neary on the wing, off to Ryan Damon. Ryan Damon had a great game against Archbishop Ryan in their latest win. Hands off to Nick Neary inside. Really nice two-man game. Nick Neary gets on the Explorers on the board to start this game.
And just like last game, Ryan Damon is going to do all the little things right. He found himself open for a lot of layups last game and just makes it really easy for himself.
Something the Explorers have struggled with a little bit during the season is getting those easy buckets as Prep looks to answer on the other side. That three by Luke Moransky just rims out, and the Explorers come down with the rebound. Here comes Max Okabato in transition, where he's at his best. A lot of contact there. Finishes through.
Lesovitz takes a three, and it's good.
Quick answer there by Luke. Will Lesovitz, one of the few seniors in the starting lineup for the St. Joe's Prep team. A lot of experience coming in. Certainly makes his mark on the perimeter for this St. Joe's Prep lineup.
Another nice play from Ryan Damon there, and he thought about that three but didn't take it. Salle did a nice job at Ryan not settling for bad shots. It's going to be St. Joe's Prep ball on the baseline. Moransky will inbound it.
Excuse me as we bear with a little bit of technical difficulties. No Bob Long today. So we're making it work on the back screen, trying to get the scoreboard up for you guys, but we'll keep that keep our eyes on that for you until we get that figured out. Clock issue early on as the officials go to the scorer's table. Back to live action. St. Joe's on the inbound. Close to 5 seconds. Just gets it in. That's Will Lesovitz again. Can't leave him open. That's where he makes his mark for the St. Joe's team. Sloppy pass. Here comes Lesovitz. Little bit of a bump by Nick Neary. No foul called. Certainly some contact there. Explorers officials let it go. Nick Neary underneath. This is a really good spot for him against an undersized guard. Gets his own miss. Up. Oh. Late foul call, but it seems to be the right call. Let's take a look. You can see Nick Neary's so good. When he gets that ball on that low block against a smaller defender, that's where he can really make an impact.
And there he's definitely going to have a size advantage, definitely strength-wise on most of the Prep guys out there right now. Coach Ansel's definitely going to look to get him the ball in the post and just let him get to work.
First one for Nick Neary, up and good. Two for two from the line for the Explorers. Good start from the line from a team that has struggled a little bit from the free throw line to start the season. A little bit of token full court pressure here from the Explorers. Tyler Branson on the ball. And it's Jaden Hallett handling off to Justin McKee, excuse me. Loose ball, Pat Flaherty on the floor. And a jump ball is called. I believe that's the right call. It didn't look like either team had possession there, despite Ryan Ansel looking for the timeout.
Jump ball, possession, St. Joe's Prep.
St. Joe's Prep inbound looks to get into their offensive set. First year head coach in action, Chris Clark. Prep alumni. That's Luke Moransky going to the board. Can't miss. Prep with the extra second chance opportunity. A lot of contact underneath on both ends. Foul is finally called on, I believe that is Ryan Damon is who they'll tab with the foul there.
Well, Sal's usually pretty good on the rebounds. You don't want to give St. Joe's Prep second chances without their leading scorer. It's just another way for them to put the ball in the rim.
This is Will Lesovitz. Tees it up. Hot early for Will Lesovitz. 3-3 from beyond to start the game. Explorers look to settle into their offensive set. Tyler Branson handling the ball. High ball screen from Ryan Damon. Another foul called on Prep. That's Will Lesovitz. That'll be his first. Gets tabbed on the reach in.
That's his first team serve. Substitution for the Hawks, number 3, Miles Peterson.
And then here's Tyler Branson driving to the rim. Looks to finish through contact. Just rims out. St. Joe's Prep comes down with the rebound. Here's Will Lesovitz again. Off to Jaden Howlett. Takes a dribble inside. Hits the mid-range jumper. Max Okabad at the top off to Ryan Damon. Damon to Pat Flaherty on the wing. Ryan Damon on Miles Patterson, who just checked into the game. Layup just rims out. And here comes St. Joe's Prep. Nobody picks up the ball in transition. Nick Neary takes a foul. I believe that will be on the floor. St. Joe's Prep on the inbound. This is Miles Patterson, junior forward. A little bit of a shuffle of the feet, uncalled. Justin McKee. Max Okabata doing a good job squaring him up on the defensive end. Here's Lesovitz. Got to get a little bit closer to him, but he on that shot. Rims out. Here comes Max Okabata in transition. Through traffic. Layup is up and good. Really strong finish there by Max Okabata. St. Joe's Prep working on the offensive end. This is Justin McKee again. Last time out, St. Joe's Prep took a tough loss to Devon Prep just a handful of days ago. Looking to get back on track in this tight Catholic League playoff race. Both of these teams in position to make an out-just-seeding battle, but that's Will Lesovitz again for his 4th three-pointer of the first quarter. Accounting for 12 of St. Joe's Prep 14 points. Pat, I think it's time to get a hand in Will Lesovitz's face.
Yeah, if I was a LaSalle defense, I would definitely have a lot of eyes on him, maybe even consider face guarding him because he's scorching hot right now.
Ryan Damon in the corner, looks to give to Max Okabata on the block. Fading mid-range jumper. No good.
We know Max can make that shot, but it's not the end of the quarter or anything. He has time to back Lesovitz down there and maybe get a better look inside.
Here's Luke Moransky, really talented sophomore guard, dishes it out to Jaden Howlett. Similar shot as Max Okabata. Mid-range fading jumper is good. Ryan Hansel will take a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Pat, we mentioned this tight Catholic League race that we're approaching in on. You know, how big of a game is this for LaSalle Explorers in that perspective?
Yeah, it seems like just about any team 7 through 12 can make a run at this play-in, that 7, 10, 8, 9 matchup, and we're just not sure how it's going to shake out with the seeding. These are two teams that have very close records in the Catholic League, so a big one for playoff seeding. LaSalle got an important one over Archbishop Ryan, putting themselves in a good spot, but this one would definitely be much appreciated by the Explorers.
Yeah, St. Joe's Prep with 5 wins in the Catholic League. I believe LaSalle, with that win over Archbishop Ryan, was their 4th, Pat? Is that right? 4th in the Catholic League?
Yes.
So a win here for the Explorers would go a long way into comfortably clinching a playoff berth. And, you know, a win here, 5 wins with the tiebreaker over St. Joe's Prep, possibly looking at setting yourself up for a home play-in game, which would go a very, very long way in this wide-open Catholic League. I mean, you haven't seen as much competitiveness in the Catholic League in a long time. A lot of tight games being played. About a minute 50 left in this first quarter. St. Joe's Prep leads 16-10. LaSalle working in the half court. St. Joe's Prep breaking out a 3-2 zone. Steal by St. Joe's Prep, layup up and good in transition. That's Jaden Howlett capitalizing on a Explorers mistake. LaSalle just having a tough time cracking the inside of that 3-2 zone. Max Okabata looking to go into the free throw line to Ryan Damon. Kick ball called. Explorers will take it side out.
And that's the right idea against this zone, but I think 2 lazy passes in a row from LaSalle. They have to make sharper passes, just make sure they get to the player. Those are the simple things that'll help you win games.
He sets a high ball screen for Max Okabata. Doesn't do much. Good job working it inside. Just one more kick out. Max Okabata doing a great job going downhill, attacking the zone. Layup rims out, 50-50 ball. Ryan Damon called for the push out of bounds. Let's see if we can take a look there. Really tough take by Max Okabata, trying to slice through the zone. Unable to finish through contact, loose ball. Yeah, Ryan Damon might have, just looks like 2 bodies getting tangled up there. Regardless, foul going on Ryan Damon. That will be his second. Ryan Rang checking in for the first time. Bryce Alston as well off the bench for the Explorers, who's sticking to the man defense early on. Will Lesovitz has been hot early. He has 12 points to lead St. Joe's Prep. This is Justin McKee. Tyler Branson doing a good job. Bryce Alston gets a hand in. Sounds like a foul is called on the reach-in. That will be the Explorers' 4th of the quarter.
LaSalle is going to stay in man, but it looks like Max Okabata will now be guarding Will Lesovitz. A change. It was Neary earlier on this one.
Just about 40 seconds left in this first quarter. St. Joe's Prep holding on to an 18-10 lead. This is Flaherty on Luke Moransky. Luke Moransky, mid-range pull-up, no good. Explorers come down with the rebound. Tyler Branson looking to push. Ryan Rang in the corner, open 3, up, good. Really good to see Ryan Rang making an impact off the bench early.
Rang is a really good shooter, and when he gets it open like that, definitely not a guy that's going to miss too much.
Just 10 seconds coming in. St. Joe's Prep looks to hold for the last shot. Explorers don't have a foul to give. 5 seconds left. Get the matchup they want. Step back 3. Stay hot, young man. Will Lesovitz, 3-pointer at the buzzer. His 5th 3 of the first quarter. He's got 15 to lead a St. Joe's Prep team, leading the St. LaSalle Explorers 21-13 at the end of the first. And with that, we will be right back.
The all-new Infiniti QX80 has redefined what a luxury SUV should be. A V6 twin turbocharged engine, available 64-color personalized ambient lighting and 24-speaker sound system, biometric cooling, Pro Pilot Assist, and so much more. Experience the Infiniti QX80 today at Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove and redefine your luxury expectations. To be sure.
At Burns Design Group, our passion for visual and literary design forges powerful, lasting brands, from nonprofits and small businesses to Fortune 500 companies. We create and refresh brands from the ground up and inside out. We transform culture. We drive growth, profitability, and market leadership. We are a group of hands-on veterans who hold more than 150 years of brand strategy and design experience. Burns Design Group. What's next? By design.
(21-13). St. Joe's Prep leads the host LaSalle Explorers after the first quarter. Will Lesovitz leads all scorers with 15 points, 5 of 6 from 3 early on. St. Joe's Prep stays in this 3-2 zone. To the corner, a couple options inside if they want it. Ryan Rang flashing, so is Price Austin on the block. Got to keep the ball moving around the perimeter if you're LaSalle and you want to get through this zone. There's Ryan Rang open in the corner again. 3 is too long, won't go. Max Okabata doing a good job holding on with patience. No foul called on the pump fake, getting the 2 defenders in the air. Don't see that happen very often. Mid-range jumper looks in. Looks like Luke Moransky got away with a little bit of a push-off, makes the defender drop. 23-10. St. Joe's Prep extends their lead. Max Okabata going downhill. This time he will get the foul called, and he'll head to the line for 2 shots. Really interesting sequence of events there. Max Okabata does not get the foul called underneath, despite 2 defenders coming down on him through the pump fake. On the other end, Luke Moransky gets away with a little chicken wing, sends Pat Flaherty to the ground. Regardless, we are Max Okabata. Heads to the line. First is up and good.
Substitution for the Hawks, number 11, Alonzo Ellis.
Alonzo Ellis checks in for the first time for St. Joe's Prep. Second one is no good from Max Okabata. St. Joe's Prep comes down with the rebound, and they'll look to settle into an offensive set. Errant pass, picked up by Price Austin. Here comes Tyler Branson. Branson attacking downhill. Good defense by St. Joe's Prep. Ryan Rang inside to Price Austin. Significant size advantage. Good dish off to Max Okabata, who might have got away with his chicken wing of his own. No call there. Leads to the open layup. 23-16. LaSalle, go ahead, Pat.
I love that pass from Price Austin. Sometimes he overcomplicates it in the paint, but just a simple dish to Max Okabata. You love to see it from the sophomore.
Had arguably one of his best defensive games of the year against Archbishop Bryan. That's Jaden Howlett, just going right at Pat Flaherty. Pat Flaherty looks to answer on the other end. 3 is up, but a foul is called. I believe that will be going to the line for 3. Jaden Howlett just attacking Pat Flaherty. Price Austin not there to help off the driver. Good swing to the corner. I like the off-ball screen by Ryan Rang to free up Pat Flaherty in the corner. Yeah, it's a landing space foul. Pat Flaherty, a strong free throw shooter. Up first is up and good. Atlee Harvey and Luke Moransky checking back in for St. Joe's Prep. As Pat Flaherty goes 1 of 3 from the line, but Ryan Rang comes down with the rebound, turns it over instantly. Probably had more time than he thought he did to dribble that out to the perimeter. Instead, just turns it over. On the other end, leaving Will Lesovitz wide open for 3. Not your best idea. The Spurs give up the offensive rebound to Jaden Howlett, who hits another mid-range jumper. 27-17 St. Joe's Prep, just under 6 minutes left in this second quarter. High ball screen for Tyler Branson. St. Joe's Prep does a good job hedging. Good dish off inside to Price Austin. No foul called initially. Whistle did come in late. That's Atlee Harvey, who will be tagged for the foul there. Certainly came in through the back of Price Austin.
Carter, LaSalle has to make their free throws. They're already 1 for 4. Hopefully Price Austin can make a few here.
First is up and good. Good looking stroke from Price. Somewhere he has struggled from the line all season. Many Explorers have. Uncharacteristic 1 of 3 trip from the line for Pat Flaherty. Second is up from Price. Hits back rim. Ryan Rang inside. Jump ball is called. That will go down to St. Joe's Prep, but a good job by Ryan Rang mixing it up inside. To keep that jump ball in mind for later in the second quarter.
St. Joe's Prep has been shooting the ball really well, but I think another bit of a slow start here from LaSalle. We've seen it a lot, that's something you would like to see improve over the course of the season.
Yeah, a little bit more full court pressure here from LaSalle. Jackson Carroll checking in for the first time today. Can't give Will Lesovitz that much room, and got to be ready to rebound off the shot. Rebound crams off Max Gabata's hands into St. Joe's Prep's. Once again, I believe that might be their 3rd or 4th offensive rebound.
And St. Joe's Prep not going to shy away from taking a long possession. They have an early lead.
Max Gabata gets a hand in the passing lane. Look out. Makes a smart decision. Layup is up and good. He cuts the deficit to 27-20 on for St. Joe's Prep. Foul is called. Ryan Rang tagged for the push. Just the first foul of the half for the Explorers. And just in the nick of time, producer Bob Long comes on, gets that picture-in-picture that we were looking for all day. Miss underneath by Preps. Jackson Carroll comes down with the rebound. Here's Tyler Branson. Inside to Price Austin. Foul is called on the inside.
Great to be here, guys.
And we have him, Bob Long, in the studio.
Well, Carter, you're doing so well. I'm just going to be your color guy for a little while.
We'll resume normal duties after the half, I'm sure. And Bob gets settled into the booth. Price Austin, 1-2 trip earlier on. First is up and good. Bob, we talked about it. You know, this game is significant to the Catholic League playoff race. Both teams in a decent enough position to probably make that 10 seed, 7-10 play-in, but a win here for either team goes a long way to hosting that playoff game.
In my mind, I think Prep's in, unless a Cardinal O'Hara goes on a massive run.
Second is up. Second half is missed again, but Explorers come down with another offensive rebound on a free throw line miss.
And to that end, I think LaSalle probably is in, but boy, this win goes a long way. You might be able to play here at home again if you can nab this one and maybe one more.
Branson knifing his way inside through a lot of contact. No foul called. Hits the ground. Here comes St. Joe's Prep. This is Miles Patterson, the junior. Handoff to Will Lesovitz. Ryan Rang looking to make his life a little bit difficult on the, looks like he got away with a little bit of a grab. Foul is called. St. Joe's Prep doing a really good job trying to work well, get Will Lesovitz free off multiple off-ball screens. Ryan Rang just trying to fight through it himself.
Pat Burkhead, 4 o'clock game. You gotta like this with all the students here. It's Jersey Day.
Yeah, the students taking up a lot of space in that section as Jackson Carroll gets the rebound, but you know, a big talk at school today. Everyone wanted to come out to the game and support our guys.
No idea how Tyler Branson kept his pivot there. To the rim. Through contact again. Official says a defender stayed vertical. Tyler Branson found himself probably too far underneath the rim to get a foul call there. Miles Patterson, corner 3 up, no good. 50-50 ball. Out. Last touch by the LaSalle Explorers. We'll keep it here. A couple bodies there trying to figure, couldn't get a good look there. Looks like that was the correct call. Ryan Rang making Will Lesovitz's life as difficult as possible. Bob, Will Lesovitz, 15 first quarter points on 5 3-pointers made. Silent so far in the second quarter. Step back, difficult, contested shot. Probably not the shot he's used to taking.
Good defense, though, in St. Joe's Prep. Got a little ahead of himself.
Oh, man, no foul called initially.
That's the difference between him going to the line and not. Because that whistle came late, Carter, he's going to shoot 2.
And, I mean, luckily he got a foul call there. Really got wrapped around the neck by the defender on that first pass through. Regardless, he will go to the line. Tyler Branson finding himself on the floor early and often.
You know what? That's what happens when you come into the second quarter, 4.5 minutes in. You say that's the difference between shooting and not there. But, of course, LaSalle in the bonus regardless with St. Joe's Prep at 5 fouls. Context matters. That's why you get to the game on time. Shout out, though, to LaSalle Board of Trustees Finance Committee. That's where I was just now, and sprinted my way over here to join you guys. So I'm thrilled to do it. Double duty for me.
A massive game that would not be right without Bob Long on his own network.
You guys just pick up the slack when I'm gone. That should stay.
Yeah, that should stay. It is not. Explorers split another from the free throw line. We'll see if we can get a look here before St. Joe's Prep inbounds.
Yeah, and what you're going to see here, and feel free to let this replay go. It's a half and half situation there where they're not going to call it over the back against Price Olson. But him going over the back is the reason it was knocked out of bounds by St. Joe's Prep. You split the difference, you give the Hawks the ball, and Price Olson stays with how many of her fouls he has coming into that moment.
Another foul called on the Explorers as Jane Howell looks to attack the inside of the perimeter of the Explorers defense. Ryan Damon Explorers. It returns for the Explorers. Really solid stretch there by Price Alston off the bench. Starter for majority of the year. He's taken a different type of the role in these last handful of games, but he's done a very solid job.
And he's a guy that has really stepped up as a leader on this team.
Miles Patterson on Max Okabata, gets away with a little bit of a shuffle of the feet. Floater is up in the lane, is good.
An important 2 minutes here for LaSalle.
Kick out to Tyler Branson, deep 3 off the rim. That ball heads out of bounds, will head down the other way.
And I say important, 1:59 to play. You can kind of go one of 2 ways. These games can get real short real quick if you take a double-digit lead into the second half.
LaSalle, silent from a made basket perspective, has had a couple free throws go their way, but no field goals in the last 3+ minutes here for the Explorers. As
Great
Justin
hands
McKee
there.
gets stripped. 50-50 ball. Body's on the floor. Patterson to the rim. Really strong layup there. Finishes in chaos. Here comes Max Okabata looking to answer.
That's great defense there by St. Joe's Prep.
Great job staying vertical. Here comes McKee. Into the body of Ryan Rang. He loves it. He's on the floor. Draws the charge. We're going down the other way.
And the situation there is you can establish legal guarding position, and at that point you can move laterally or obliquely. And so that's what he did. He established that legal guarding position as the ball handler came across the three-point line, Carter. At that point, he is free to move to his right. It's his position as much as anybody else. Terrific call by the officials.
St. Joe's Prep back into their 3-2 zone here. Ryan Rang found himself alone inside. Dishes off to Nick Neary. Good job getting inside. Ryan Rang from the wing.
I like the no call there. Out of control.
St. Joe's Prep doing a really good job staying vertical, forcing LaSalle to take out of off bounce. Layups going to the rim.
But Pat, the idea is right. Go to that 3-2 zone. You got to find a ball to get to the ball to the center of that zone. You can either do that via pass or dribble. LaSalle did it both ways on that possession, just couldn't get the look they wanted.
Yeah, LaSalle in that middle of the zone, that's where they want to be. But once they get there, they have to make a quick decision in that paint. They have to either move the ball or make a move at the basket.
A good two-man game there from off to Miles Patterson, gets it deflected out of bounds. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Will Lesovitz, looks like St. Joe's Prep might pocket this one and hold for the last shot of the half. It will be LaSalle's ball coming out of the halftime break.
Does LaSalle oblige, or do they throw a double team? Doesn't look like they're...
Right here, I'd at least get a handout to start a count going. Explorers look content to lock in on the defensive end. They do have one foul to give if they choose to use it. Justin McKee, 3 is up, good. Explorers unable to get an inbound in prior to the half. And that's how we head to the break. Tough ending to the Explorers.
That's a Chris Clark special, though, Carter. What a play design there. Little high hedge, pop out to the top of the key. That's a really, really good play design. And, of course, the knockdown from McKee.
And Bob, St. Joe's Prep is 6 for 11 from 3 in this game. We know 5 of those came in the first quarter from Lesovitz, but a very impressive shooting percentage by them.
Ryan Ansel, not unfamiliar to making significant halftime adjustments. We'll see what he can come with out of the half. But early on, St. Joe's Prep has taken the momentum and really taken the any type of noise from this large South student section completely out of the game.
Tell you what, though, 6 for 11 from the three-point line. You get a few hands on them, and even just a halftime break, things can change pretty quickly. LaSalle still in this basketball game, couple of stops and get things going on the offensive end. And we'll have a barn burner down the stretch.
Hopefully, and we will be back on the other side of this break.
We're here to show you a better way to spend your state income taxes and get the money to where it's needed to most to the thousands of qualified kids.
What we like about Blocks is they really know where the need is.
This program ensures that their dollars come 100% into these kids for their tuition assistance.
If you are able, Blocks makes the EITC piece go very quickly and very smoothly.
Turn your PA State tax liability into need-based scholarships and receive a 90% tax credit.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. And the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Meet David and Kay May, a dynamic team with a shared mission to help you turn your real estate dreams into reality. What sets them apart? Their wealth of experience, combined with a genuine passion for guiding clients every step of the way. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor, their personalized approach and commitment to service make every real estate journey smooth and rewarding. Contact them today to get started on your next real estate adventure.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches.
He's gone!
The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers.
The all-new Infiniti QX80 has redefined what a luxury SUV should be. A V6 twin turbocharged engine, available 64-color personalized ambient lighting and 24-speaker sound system, biometric cooling, Pro Pilot Assist, and so much more. Experience the Infiniti QX80 today at Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove and redefine your luxury expectations. To be sure.
At Burns Design Group, our passion for visual and literary design forges powerful, lasting brands, from nonprofits and small businesses to Fortune 500 companies. We create and refresh brands from the ground up and inside out. We transform culture. We drive growth, profitability, and market leadership. We are a group of hands-on veterans who hold more than 150 years of brand strategy and design experience. Burns Design Group. What's next? By design.
Do that real quick.
So because that one's not working for us, we're going to give a special shout out to our folks at Gentili's, best spot out in Exton to go get pizza and cheesesteak. And it is a real shame. We're going to make sure we have that commercial working for tomorrow night's game because Tony Altamare, you know he makes a good pizza. Come on, Carter, right?
I've seen it all. I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, and the name in and of itself, just Tony Altamare. I mean,
sounds like a guy who can make a good pizza.
That's exactly right. But what maybe you don't know offhand because of the name is the cheesesteak. But the cheesesteak is the best cheesesteak you'll ever have, and he guarantees it. I like that guy from Men's Warehouse back in the day. Tony Altamare, thanks to Gentili's for their long-time sponsorship, and we're excited to have them on board. Bob Long, Carter Philman, Pat Burkhead, Jack Burns is with us here. Jack, B-I-T-B, Burns. You know what B-I-T-B means, right?
Best in the biz.
Best in the business. Jack Burns, how we doing, my man? Haven't heard much from you tonight. Tell me what's the news.
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here. This is a good game so far, and this is a big game for me. It's important. We'll see who wins this.
It's important for Jack Burns, as he's saying. Important for these teams. You think about the standings in the Philadelphia Catholic League, right? LaSalle with those 4 wins. St. Joe's Prep has 5. I think that 5 is going to be good enough to get you into the top 10, which gets you into the playoffs, right? 14 teams overall, 10 teams in the playoffs, 6 get a quote-unquote bye, if you will. And so that 7 and 8, very important to host that game. And if St. Joe's Prep finds a way to win this one here tonight, you feel really good about their chances to be in that hosting role, Carter.
Yeah, St. Joe's Prep has a 6 or 7 wins, might even get them past that 7-seed play-in, depending how the rest of the league shakes out.
That would be Judge taking
Judge,
a turn for the worst. But
certainly, Judge has had their rough goings in the Catholic League so far.
Yep.
So not out of the question for sure. So this win for St. Joe's Prep equally as important. Not that it's important outside of this being one of the best rivalries in the state of Pennsylvania.
That it is, without a doubt. And I don't know how much you guys touched on the coaching story, but I find that very interesting. Listen, we liked Jason Harrigan, did a great job with this program, but St. Joe's Prep determined it was time to move on, and it's been really interesting to see Chris Clark, of course, had a great career at Temple, come back and coach this program. And one of the storylines that I am following in the Philadelphia Catholic League is current coaches that have a chance to win a Catholic League title as both a player and a coach. Chris Clark is on that list.
Oh, absolutely. He's a sophomore-led team this year. I mean, I'm just looking up and down the roster. 1, 2, 6, 8 sophomores on a 15-man roster.
Yep. And the other
most of them playing right now.
The other 2, by the way, coaches that fit into that could do it but haven't. James Young, at West Catholic. And then, how about Brad Wanamaker at Roman Catholic?
Man, great set out of the half for the Explorers. Gets Pat Flaherty an open 3. Just hits everything but the bottom of the net. 50-50 ball leads to a jump ball. St. Joe's Prep will get possession out of this one.
Yeah, we didn't need to look to the scorer's table that time, Carter. We know who started with the basketball in the second half, and the held ball will give it to the Hawks. Chance to go 1-2-2, full court press.
As we mentioned, Julian McKee, Prep's leading scorer, unable to play today, so relying on his brother Justin. Handling the ball here as he goes to the rim. Splits the defense, wide open for a layup, and that goes. Explorers really need to lock down on the defensive end. Far too many open shots for St. Joe's Prep early on in this game. Here's Tyler Branson off to Ryan Damon. Has Nick Neary inside if he chooses to do so. Explorers swing the ball to Okabata on the wing. Okabata looks to attack. Dishes off to Nick Neary inside the lane. Finishes up and good. Really nice finish there by Nick Neary through the St. Joe's Prep defense.
The difference there, Pat, moving off the ball. Everyone moving off the ball well. A couple eyes go to Max Okabata. Cutting to a good spot was Neary.
Yeah, Neary's a really smart player. He found the opening in that zone, but all his teammates were passing the ball around, which is the most important part to break the zone.
A couple Explorers hit the deck, leads Justin McKee wide open for a 3. He hits one 4 feet behind the arc. Explorers look to answer quickly in transition.
Yeah, it's a tough one there.
Ticky-tack foul is called there on McKee.
On the other end, tough for LaSalle. You get 2 guys on the floor, a loose ball. You can't come up with that. As a result of diving for the ball, you're out of position. And then McKee goes and hits a college-range 3.
Inbound, Pat Flaherty open on the wing.
Straight up with it.
Great job by Max Okabata, finishing underneath. Explorers settle into their 1-2-2 press. See if they can create any additional turnovers off this.
You love that maturity and development from Okabata as well. Why put the ball back on the deck? Stay high. You're a big, strong guy. Put it up and in off that offensive board.
And a deflection on the other end from Max Okabata. St. Joe's Prep retains possession. Moransky out to Jaden Hallett. Hallett with the ball. Ball screen here off to McKee. Branson defending. Good job by Tyler Branson fighting through the screens. Explorers switching around on top. Sends a double to the ball. Miscommunication on the defensive end. Leads to a wide open lane for McKee. He is fouled heading to the rim.
Yeah, and that's when LaSalle's very fortunate. This is not an end-one situation here. Got to stop ball first and foremost. And then if you're going to get them. Don't let them get it up and over the rim there. McKee's going to want that one back.
Yeah, if you're going to blitz the ball up here, you got to at least make sure you're getting the pressure right away. Only St. Joseph's Prep 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First is up and off the rim. And second is up and good. Lead extended to 14 points. LaSalle looking for some answers on the offensive end. This is Branson, Ryan Damon, ball screen. St. Joe's Prep sends 2 defenders to the ball. Someone's open underneath. That's Neary off to Ryan Damon, who is not ready for the pass. Turns it over. On the other end, wide open layup in transition for St. Joe's Prep, leads to another Ryan Ansel timeout. Explorers just making the little mistakes, leading to easy transition points for St. Joe's Prep.
And the mistake is just not picking up the big, running 94 feet down the floor there.
Yeah. You've seen these defensive miscommunications occur a few times this game for LaSalle. St. Joe's Prep doing a great job taking advantage, getting open looks underneath the basket. Surely that is not what Ryan Ansel is looking for during the course of this game. Have to find a way to limit these St. Joe's Prep opportunities.
So let's take a look at the rest of the standings here. LaSalle right now a half game ahead of Archbishop Ryan with the head-to-head hammer.
That's crucial.
Yep, for the 9th spot. Archbishop Ryan sitting at 10th. But remember, Archbishop Ryan has a game against Lansdale Catholic coming up later this week. Why is that important? Lansdale Catholic is the only team 10 through 14, so the teams below LaSalle, that has the head-to-head tiebreaker against LaSalle. So Devon Prep at 3 at 7, Cardinal O'Hara at 3 and 8, Conwell Egan's at 1 and 10. They really can't catch LaSalle at this point. But those 3 and 7 teams, LaSalle effectively has a 2-game lead.
Branson trapped in the corner, out to Pat Flaherty. Pump fake back to Branson on the wing.
That's even if LaSalle doesn't get another win. Effectively a 2-game lead because of that head-to-head.
Good ball rotation here by the Explorers. Open 3 for Pat Flaherty. Just can't find his shooting touch today. Ball is called out of bounds. Last touch by Ryan Damon.
Where that gets interesting with Cardinal O'Hara is they sit with 2 games left to go, is they could throw a real wrinkle if you get into a 3-way tie where if LaSalle can't get another win, maybe Cardinal O'Hara does, and then Lansdale Catholic squares up with LaSalle and Cardinal O'Hara. What happens then in a 3-way tiebreak? That's what you're trying to avoid if you're LaSalle.
As Jaden Howard is fouled by Ryan Damon going to the rim. Ryan Damon, that's his 4th foul. Did not have to, just had that opposite arm come down. Contested as well, was moving his feet well. First Ditto hits the back iron. Ryan Rang checks in for Ryan Damon, who again has 4 fouls. Second is up and good for Jaden Howlett. Bryce Alston checks in as well for Pat Flaherty. Explorers looking to opt for a little bit of size inside. St. Joe's Prep back into that 3-2 zone that caused the Explorers so much trouble in the first half. See if they can crack the code here. If you're Explorers, you want your ball rotations to be a little bit quicker. Nick Neary out to Tyler Branson into corner 3 is off back iron. St. Joe's Prep comes down with the rebound. Price Alston called for the reach-in on the rebound.
Yeah, it was a hook there. He got his St. Joe's Prep player kind of got tied up with Price Alston. Tough to not have a whistle blow here on this one.
Yeah.
Could argue the hook and hold there, but.
LaSalle's third team foul of the half. Price Austin doing a good job moving his feet against a smaller Jaden Howlett. This is Will Lesovitz with the ball. Had such a big first quarter to build this lead for St. Joe's Prep. They have not looked back since. Dishes out to the corner, 3 up. No good. Price Austin comes down with the rebound. And Tyler Branson looks to push. Unfortunately loses the ball and allows St. Joe's Prep to get reset in their defense. Really nice find inside. Nick Neary on the block. A much-needed basket for the LaSalle Explorers.
Well, they didn't quite get set up, did they there, Carter? Nice job by Branson to recognize that. And Nick Neary finds the soft spot in the zone. Usually he's the one in the zone defensively as a linebacker trying to avoid those pockets, but he found it this time offensively on the hardwood.
Will Lesovitz two-man game with Miles Peterson. Ball on the floor. And we will get a timeout by Ryan Ansel.
Well done. I think he realizes, Pat, the importance of this possession here. Now you got to make something of it. You take a very, very valuable timeout, down 15.
Yeah, down 15. Not too much time that you can waste if you're LaSalle. I think there's enough time in this game where they don't have to force any shots. Definitely need to take good shots, keep moving the ball, and find themselves open looks where they're not going to have to take a bad shot and waste the possession.
So have we spoken to any of our sponsors or about any of our sponsors today?
Why don't you handle that one,
Why
Bob?
don't we work on that? How about Joe O'Brien Roofing? I want to thank Joe O'Brien Roofing, a local roofing contractor in the greater Philadelphia area. He can help you with any of your roofing needs, full roof replacement, gutters, patchwork, you name it. Always a free consultation to come with it. A local guy, Joe, who went to Roman Catholic and proudly so, but sent his son to LaSalle High School and is thrilled to be part of the Bob Long Sports Partnership. Also want to say hello to Chuck Hempshire and the folks at the Great American Pub with 3 locations in Phoenixville, Wayne, and Conshohocken. There's always a Great American Pub near you. Reach out to them for more, plan your next party, or just go on out to a nice dinner with your family or friends. And then finally, Andrew Buda-Rakowski of the Riley Rakowski and Malloy Funeral Home, enthusiastic sponsors of LaSalle College High School Athletics and Bob Long Sports. Andrew Buda-Rakowski gives his best to Ryan Ansel, the student athletes, and the basketball program as a whole. Carter?
Touch them all, Bob. That's how we keep you around. Explorers looking to attack. St. Joe's Prep stays in this 3-2 zone. Really tough situation for the Explorers. Finding themselves down, not able to hit perimeter shots. St. Joe's Prep packs it in. Makes these possessions long as possible. Tyler Branson's free throw layup attempt is no good. 50-50 ball come up by McKee. Pushes it to Moransky. Got to get a hand up from Moransky. Kicks out. Ball out to Lesovitz. One more to McKee.
That's a thing of beauty.
Great ball rotation there by St. Joe's Prep. Capitalizes. That 3 is up and good.
Can't do it much better than that.
Really disciplined offense there from St. Joe's Prep in transition. Back into that 3-2 zone. Kicks out to Tyler Branson. Another 3 up. Again, no good. Explorers woes from the perimeter continue.
Held ball.
Held ball.
Good job by Max Okabata.
So we'll stay here. Explorers in desperate need of an answer on the offensive end here.
And listen, that's not a bad look from Tyler Branson. You start with a paint touch, collapse the defense, a catch and shoot, pocket pass.
Certainly,
Tyler Branson.
You get the sense that St. Joe's Prep will live with that shot until the Explorers show an ability to make it. Pat Flaherty pump fake in the corner off the inbound, takes it back up top. Ball screen from Price Austin. Pat Flaherty's a little bit of room. Max Okabata flashing in the middle. Will Lesovitz does a good job denying the ball there. Max Okabata, so physical going to the rim. He's so hard to defend without fouling.
Yeah, back here, first part of this play here, I'd like to see Price Austin work a little bit harder off the ball there. You can kind of see he's a little disheveled or just dejected. He wants the ball. You got to create spaces to big there, Carter, you know, and
certainly against like
a
more traditional 2-3 zone, you don't have that extra defender, you know, taking away that inbounds pass. Explorers have had success when they've gotten that ball on the block, even against a 3-2 zone, working it from the inside instead of the outside.
Like if I'm the guard out there, right? Don't, you know, don't look at me, say, where's the ball, if you're not doing your work ahead of time. And that's something he'll continue to work on as he gets older and more mature and, from a physical standpoint on the floor.
Okabata 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Explorers back into their 1-2-2 press. Man, Tyler Branson just completely loses his man. Lets up the open layup. St. Joe's Prep with another wide open layup underneath. Explorers need to find some answers defensively as well. On the other end, Ryan Rang slips inside, wide open layup. Quick answer for the Explorers. Now it's time for LaSalle to buckle in. Can they get some stops?
Big 90 seconds here. If I'm St. Joe's Prep, why hurry a shot like that? Well, if you can knock it down like Will Lesovitz can.
Will Lesovitz silent since the first quarter, gets back on the board. Nice little step back, mid-range J. Okabata to Branson. Branson, Ryan Rang slips inside again. Really good contest there from Will Branson. A little bit of contact below. Foul is not called. Here comes St. Joe's Prep in transition again. 3 is up. I don't think that touched iron from Luke Moransky. Here's Max Okabata spinning into the lane. He's doing good. Fantastic job getting down the lane today. He leads all the Salle Explorers. I believe that is his 14th point of the game.
Patty B, what do we see here? Last 40 seconds. Does LaSalle need to throw a double team and force a turnover? You play this straight up.
I think you could go either way. I'm not sure if they will. Prep is definitely going to try to just close out this quarter with their 16-point lead, try to extend it at the end. If you're LaSalle, definitely try to go force the turnover, I think.
Time is certainly against you if you're an Explorer right now. I think you need to send some pressure at some point. But maybe not the pressure you want. Leaving Will Lesovitz wide open for 3. Gets lucky there. Max Okabata comes down with the rebound. Picked from behind. Branson with the loose ball. Looks to knife his way inside.
All right, you take an easy 2 off the board, but that's a great job getting to the hoop there for Tyler Branson.
Yeah, Tyler Branson pushing the ball, comes up with the Max Okabata's loose ball. Knifing his way through the St. Joe's Prep defense. Certainly a foul. A lot of contact there. 6 seconds left in this third quarter. LaSalle still with a foul to give. Certainly something to note.
Yeah, because 6.5 seconds is plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
And I think Ryan Ansel is on that as McCabe comes to the scorer's table. Keep somebody out of foul trouble. Jackson Carroll as well. And so McCabe will remain on the bench to replace the shooter if Branson can convert.
Good opportunity to give Max Okabata a quick rest. I believe he's played all 24 so far. 23 and 55.
I'm absolutely taking this foul here, guys, if you catch the ball with a full head of steam.
Yep.
If they catch it going towards their own basket, though, I think you let them take their momentum the wrong direction.
Oh, man, McKee got away with a blatant push-off there. No foul called. Great foul called on the floor,
On the floor with 0.2 seconds left.
0.2 seconds left.
So you cannot, no, it was an offensive foul.
Offensive foul. I am still astonished. McKee, blatant two-hand push-off in the backcourt on the inbound. Not called. That is an insane, a really tough miss by the official there on the baseline. Regardless, does not come back to hurt LaSalle in this moment.
Is there any chance that Jackson Carroll went down a little easy, Carter?
Definitely a chance. We don't have the replay available to us just right away, but he went down hard. All I saw was McKee's two hands extended in McKee. 2.2 left, not much you can do here.
Nothing you can do. 0.3 seconds is the minimum for a catch and shoot. So nothing doing, but more importantly, Pat, LaSalle got a few stops down the stretch. They get a few buckets, a quick 4-0 spurt, 6-0 spurt really, I believe. And now it's a 14-point game, and you just have that modicum of contact. You can find your way back into a game down 14.
Yeah, 14 is definitely doable for this LaSalle team. They need to turn it on the offensive end, and I think maybe push it in transition. That worked a little bit earlier in this game with Max Okabata. So we'll see what they do. It looks like Jaden Carr might be coming to this game. He's a guy who can handle the ball and push the tempo a little bit, but definitely a tall task. St. Joe's Prep has done a good job of keeping this 14-point lead, and they're definitely going to make it really hard on the Explorers.
Has Jaden Carr played at all to this point?
He has not.
Okay, first run for him. Let's take a moment to tell you about our partners at Bala Dermatology. Thanks to Dr. Mary Griffin for her sponsorship. You can find her at 610-664-3300 or balladdermatology.com. Routine skincare, protection against sun damage, and many other cosmetic options to help you love your skin. Again, visit her online, balladdermatology.com. Healthy skin starts here. And E&M Insurance, property and casualty insurance provider in North Wales. Want to give a shout out to LaSalle's very own Jake Timby, who's an agent and sits on the bench helping to assist this program. Chris Marr, class of 1989, proud sponsor of what we do here at Bob Long Sports for a long time. Visit them online at eandminsurance.com.
St. Joe's Prep possession out of the quarter break. This is Luke Moransky. St. Joe's Prep, if
nobody there.
Dish underneath Max Okabata in transition. 2 explorers free. Ryan Damon doing a great job corralling that ball. Just kind of tosses it up into the rim as he's flying by.
A great defensive possession. Chris Clark definitely has some plays in his repertoire. Way to defend it from LaSalle on that last possession.
Jaden Carr, good defensive pressure on Will Lesovitz.
Jaden Carr, his perimeter defense is something that this LaSalle staff really likes about him, and he puts a lot of effort into it.
Miles Patterson, ball ripped away by Max Okabata. Look out! Two-hand slam.
10-0 run since late in that third quarter. Here we go, folks.
Chris Clark wisely takes his another timeout. Significant defensive uptick in pressure. We were asking for it on the LaSalle end. Max Okabata, I mean, he just ripped that ball away from Miles Peterson. No, unexpected. Could that turn the tide, get this student section back into this game?
It's just a massive game here for both programs. And that's Alabine, courtesy of our wonderful former teacher, Senora Breen, still at the school. Brought the Bolivian chant, and the LaSalle student section's been at it for years. It's kind of like the LaSalle version of Renegade, if you're a Pittsburgh Steeler fan, right? When that song plays, it's at a big moment after a big defensive stop. And that's what we have right now here, folks. It is a 50-40 game, all the momentum in LaSalle's favor, yes, but in reality, still a long way to go.
Got to keep stacking the stops. LaSalle showcases a full court pressure. St. Joe's Prep breaks pretty easily. Luke Moransky finds himself alone underneath. Max Okabata doing a great job getting the jump ball. That will go down the LaSalle Explorer way. Another stop for this LaSalle defense.
Boy, Okabata is playing some of his best basketball in a LaSalle uniform right now, offensively and defensively. The thing for him is staying under control on both sides of the ball when he plays within himself. There's nobody stronger or more dynamic than he is.
Here is Okabata with the ball to Jaden Carr. St. Joe's Prep back into their 3-2 defense. Just got to find a way to get that ball into the middle of that zone. Jackson Carroll in the corner.
Tough place to pick up the
really
dribble.
Tough place. Got to make yourself available there if you're Ryan Rang. Just pop out to the corner. Back up top to Max Okabata. Got to be patient if you're going to swing the ball around to the perimeter. Make the St. Joe's Prep defense work. Great dish.
Boy, there's a lot of contact there down low.
No call. I will say the officials have not been calling that secondary contact on the block all game. Ryan Rang called for the reach-in foul. Him and Will Lesovitz have been going back and forth since that first quarter.
That's a tough no call. I hear you on what's been called and what has not been called.
It's been a physical game here, Bob.
Yeah.
Tough foul there by Ryan Rang. Just got to get your hands out and present yourself on defense. Don't have to hedge so hard. If you present yourself a little bit softer, Jaden Howard probably just dribbles right into you and turns the ball over.
I have no issue with either of those last two foul calls. I think they both were fouls.
Yep, and that's Ryan Rang's fourth as well.
The tough part is when you juxtapose it with what was not called, as Carr was absolutely, actually quite frankly, bumped into the shot blocker. by the defender on the floor. But LaSalle has a chance to not make it a game changer.
St. Joe's Prep doing a good job. Kick outside. That's Luke Moransky, corner three. Really nice set there from St. Joe's Prep on the sideline out of bounds. Much needed basket front to spell this Explorers run. And a quick turnover on the other end. You can't have it if you're LaSalle. St. Joe's Prep has numbers. This is McKee attacking Max Ogabata. Kicks out Jaden Hylett, settles it down. Chris Clark saying, everybody relax, let's set up a play.
Listen, a team that graduated a ton of contributors last year. They have done a great job in a hostile environment, stacking together two pretty good possessions offensively. The first was a three-point make, and this one is taking some time off the clock. Can they get a good look and throw an early dagger out there?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to take a ton of time off. Wide open layup underneath. Jordan Patterson finds himself free in the lane off the LaSalle pressure.
Pat, I couldn't be more impressed with the last two offensive possessions from St. Joe's Prep, with all that momentum going against them in that moment.
Yeah, a lot of young guys out there, and they were very patient. I'd like to see them do it again here. Just take it slow and get a good shot, which they have gotten a lot of today. So many easy layups for the Hawks inside that paint.
Max Okabata tries to take it himself through the 3-2 zone, spinning, finds himself too deep under the rim. Layup doesn't fall. Here's Will Lesovitz, two-man game with Patterson. St. Joe's Prep in no particular hurry. Will Lesovitz floater in the lane. Gets that bounce. St. Joe's Prep a quick 7-0 run to answer and push their lead back to 17. Back into that 3-2 zone, man. The Explorers have to get to work quickly here if they want a chance to get back into this one. St. Joe's Prep takes the foul and a timeout on this end. Full timeout.
This portion of today's game brought to you by Joe O'Brien Roofing. Thanks to our buddy Joe O'Brien, who can handle any and all of your roofing needs. Gutter work, full roof repair, patchwork, you name it. Reach out to him at 215-267-0883. Thanks to Joe for his sponsorship. Next Play Basketball. AAU basketball organization here in the greater Philadelphia area, helping you to become your best on and off the floor. They have really had an uptick in their social media. Check out some of their great stories. They had one on Palestra Pat earlier in the year, Pat Flaherty, who had a terrific game. Also had a great game Flaherty did against Archbishop Bryan just a few days ago. But reach out to Next Play Basketball, see how you can become the best version of yourself on and off the floor. And then E&M Insurance in North Wales. Call them at 215-368-9555. Property casualty insurance provider, helping businesses or personal. Maybe you have a child that's about to become driving age. I can tell you your rates are going up. So reach out to Chris and he can soften that blow a little bit. Make sure you have the right coverage at the right rates. I want to thank the early crowd for joining us here. Standalone game, 4 o'clock on a Monday afternoon in the Philadelphia Catholic League. We'll be back at it tomorrow, by the way, right back here at LaSalle as the Explorers take on Newman Goretti.
Explorers inbound underneath. Jaden Carr attacking the lane. Layup doesn't go, but Nick Neary there for a cleanup. Time for pressure, significant ball pressure if you're LaSalle. Tyler Branson picking up full court as well as Nick Neary. This is Jaden Howlett with the ball. St. Joe's Prep done a great job all game limiting turnovers. See if LaSalle is able to generate in this last 4 minutes of the game. St. Joe's Prep, again, in no particular hurry. This is Luke Moransky. Ryan Ansel looking for the 5-second count. Jane Carr takes the foul instead.
One more foul to give, and at that point, St. Joe's Prep would be in the bonus at the next foul. Bob Long, Carter Philman on play-by-play today. Pat Burkhead and Jack BITB Burns with us as well.
Jane Howlett dishes underneath to Miles Patterson. Ball deflected out of bounds. St. Joe's Prep will keep it here. Explorers looking to generate some kind of turnover, keep that ball pressure up, to no avail so far. About 45, 30 seconds have gone off the clock so far. We'll get another foul call away from the ball here.
We're going to see some free throws down the stretch here, folks.
I believe that was their fourth, Bob.
Yep.
So I think we'll have one more to give.
That's right. My point just being in the next 3 minutes and 18 seconds, we're going to see some.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of free throws. Inbounded.
How about now?
To Miles Peterson. Nick Neary called for the grab, and Miles Peterson will head to the line.
Again, a lot would have had to have gone right for LaSalle, but back it up 3 minutes, and it's 50-40. I thought a pretty clear foul against Jaden Carr on a really nice offensive play. The momentum in LaSalle's favor. That call not made, and now you've had 4 foul calls, all nickel dimers called against LaSalle in the span of just 2 possessions to send St. Joe's Prep to it just changed the chasm of the game. It really did.
And you could tell the flow of this game has certainly come to a screeching halt in this last few minutes or so as St. Joe's Prep has gone on their run. Patterson 0 for 2 from the line. Window is cracked.
Ajar.
A sliver of light cracking in for the Explorers if they can capitalize here. Branson in the corner drives baseline. Okabata on the perimeter attacking this zone. Branson wing 3 up. No good. Rebound McKee. Will Lesovitz pushes ahead to Jaden Howlett. Howlett to Lesovitz inside. Uncontested layup is good. Jaden Carr on the other end. Couple pump fakes, gets up. Quick answer, but LaSalle still finds themselves down 15 points. 2.5 minutes left. You figure St. Joe's Prep will probably take another 30 seconds left off the clock here.
I did like Carr, by the way, there, Pat. Get into the lane, play off 2 feet. So easy to blow through that defender, and then it's going the other way.
Yeah, I really like Jaden Carr. He's definitely a guy.
Will Lesovitz draws the foul on Max Okabata. Heads to the line for the and 1. I think this one is just about wrapped. Go ahead, Pat. Continue your thought.
Shout out St. Joe's Prep students section. They certainly have made their way here to LaSalle. You got to give credit where it is due, and LaSalle's done that before. LaSalle has brought massive student sections to St. Joe's Prep, including at Franklin Field on October the 4th. And so they are bringing their student section here. Gotta love it. Terrific rivalry.
Explorers just got to take any shot they can get here. Max Okabata, deep 3, no good. Nick Neary comes down with the rebound. And that will be a foul on Will Lesovitz underneath.
Lesovitz has had a heck of a fourth quarter
here. Yes, he has. After a quiet second and third quarter, after a blistering first quarter start, Will Lesovitz has certainly locked this one up for St. Joe's Prep.
And so St. Joe's Prep, without question, after coming up with a win here, will turn their eyes on Wednesday night to a game between Archbishop Ryan and Father Judge. And St. Joe's Prep has the opportunity with a Ryan win there over Father Judge to be even in the record column with the Father Judge Crusaders for that 6th spot, which would put them, if they could earn that 6th spot, 32 minutes away from the Palestra. They would have a bye to the quarterfinals if they can get to that spot. And that's what becomes very, very important.
Yeah, Vince. St. Joe's Prep had a lot of tight games in the Catholic League against that top tier of teams. Had a large early first quarter lead against Roman Catholic. Roman Catholic eventually came back to win that one. But certainly have shown they can compete at the highest level of the Catholic League.
And on LaSalle's side, they're looking elsewhere in the standings. They are looking at Devon Prep, which has 3 games remaining, and they have effectively a 1.5 game lead over the Tide of Devon Prep. They're at West Catholic, Roman Catholic, and then Bonner Prendergast. Maybe tough to get 2 wins.
Really tough. Tough ending stretch for LaSalle.
Well, that's Devon Prep.
For Devon Prep, yes. Maybe, 2 wins for Devon Prep for sure.
Yep, so I mean, that's challenging. Bonner Prendergast, maybe Roman Catholic. West Catholic's a team right at that 5-5 range. And then you start looking, okay, Cardinal O'Hara at 3-8. Cardinal O'Hara has 2 games left against Bonner Prendergast and then Archbishop Carroll. That's tough there if you're Cardinal O'Hara as well. Can you get 2 wins in your final 2 games there? And then Lansdale Catholic, they only have 2 games left. They'll play Archbishop Ryan and at Newman Goretti. They would need to win both of those games to get into a head-to-head, a tie with LaSalle where they would win the head-to-head. And if you get to a spot where it's Devon Prep or Cardinal O'Hara also getting to 4 wins and LaSalle doesn't earn another one, then you get to what happened in the love triangle of, let's just say it's O'Hara, Lansdale Catholic, LaSalle, or Devon Prep, LaSalle, and Lansdale Catholic. If it's O'Hara and Devon Prep and LaSalle, you feel good if you're LaSalle because you've beaten both of them head-to-head. You would earn that tiebreak.
Yeah,
it's if Lansdale Catholic gets involved that things get a little squirrely.
A little fuzzy, right.
But that's the Crusaders having to go to Newman Goretti on the Sunday, last day of the regular season.
Explorers force a turnover on the inbounds. Max Okabata, no foul here. You're in a no foul situation if you're St. Joe's Prep. Still holding on to a 15-point lead. LaSalle keeps on that full court pressure as they look to generate more turnovers. St. Joe's Prep doing a good job breaking it.
Now you got to give the foul if you're LaSalle.
Yeah, that will be Luke Moransky heading to the line.
Other games tonight, there is that Devon Prep West Catholic game that I'm certainly going to have my eyes on this evening. And then Roman Catholic at Bonner Prendergast. Pound for pound, one of the toughest places to play in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Tomorrow's a standalone game in the league. We'll be here for it. LaSalle hosts Newman Goretti. And then another standalone game on Wednesday, Archbishop Ryan, Father Judge.
Been mostly a tale of 2 teams for LaSalle this season, Bob. Me and Pat were talking a little bit about it pregame as Pat Flaherty hits the 3. Coming into the game, you're never sure what team you're going to get. Are you going to get the team that lost on your home court to Lansdale Catholic? Are you going to get the team that took a really tough win over Archbishop Ryan at home? Just been a little bit too inconsistent for your LaSalle Explorers this year. But still in a position to find, the bright side is still in a position to have that 10th playoff spot potentially and get some playoff experience as you look ahead.
And I'll say this, right? Not to put any bulletin board material out there for anybody, but LaSalle having an opportunity to go to like West Catholic on a Wednesday, and the way Archbishop Wood is playing, it looks like they're the #1 seed. Listen, Wood is spectacular, right? Nobody wants to go to Warminster, but this is a club that has played, well, program-wise at least, maybe not these guys, has played Archbishop Wood very tough.
Yeah.
And Wood's been the cardiac kids. They've had situations where they've fallen behind. They've had situations where they've come back. And, on the right night, could something happen? I don't know. But if that's your route, going to West Catholic as a 10 seed, if you're LaSalle, I think you can live with that. I do.
Just get yourself in at this point. We talked offline about it, Bob, before. Catholic League is just about as wide open as ever and as competitive as ever, top to bottom. Anybody can beat it. It feels like anybody can beat anybody on any given night.
Totally agree with that.
I would like to point out tomorrow is senior night against Newman Goretti, so should be a nice night to honor the 3 seniors that LaSalle has. Obviously, Pat Flaherty, Jack McCabe, and Ryan Damon.
I think Chris Clark's done a really nice job with this club here. There has been a lot of talent that walked out that door to graduation.
Yeah, it was high-level execution all day for St. Joe's Prep. Done a great job on the offensive end. Will Letzovitz Justin McKee. 2 really strong games.
Yeah, with his brother Julian not playing tonight as well.
Yeah, certainly a significant loss. And Jaden Howlett, really solid game from the junior guard. Undersized, but able to drop 15 in for St. Joe's Prep. Has not missed from the floor.
And if they're shooting it this well, one thing that has not been inconsistent this year has been their defensive intensity. There were nights, we saw it just last week, when they, quite frankly, took a licking from Devon Prep. A bit of a surprising result. Certainly neither McKee brother able to play in that contest. But, you know, on the nights where the offense has not been able to be effective, the defense has always showed up for St. Joe's Prep. And you can win a lot of games in the Philadelphia Catholic League with a high-level defense.
Absolutely. Something LaSalle has, you know, when in their wins, they have really hung their hat on a solid defensive effort. Just fell a little bit short today.
I don't know if you need a foul
here. I don't think you need to foul. I think you let St. Joe's Prep dribble this one out. And they will do just that. St. Joe's Prep comes into Obie O'Brien Court at LaSalle College High School. Takes a decisive 67-51 win over the LaSalle Explorers. We look toward tomorrow, Bob. Newman Goretti. Senior night. Should be a good one. A tough one, but you never know.
The road ahead.
The road
Newman
ahead.
Goretti at Archbishop Wood, at Roman Catholic. Try to find one there, Pat. If not, you're hoping. You are hoping that the dice fall in your favor to nab that 10 spot in the Catholic League. That's kind of where you're at this point.
Yeah, definitely 3 very, very tough games for LaSalle. We know anything can happen in this league, so I look forward to watching those and just seeing how this LaSalle team can compete.
Want to thank everybody for being with us here today. Pat Burkhead, Carter Philman, play-by-play announcer today. Love to have that. It's fun to get on color commentary. And Jack BITB Burns with us as always on camera. Jack, great to have you, buddy. I know you got your mic hot right now as well. Thanks for all you do. Hoop season, man. I can't believe how fast it's moving along, man.
Yeah, yeah, it really has. You know, it's been a lot of fun doing this, and it'll still be fun keeping doing this.
That's right. Last day of the regular season is Sunday, and then the second season begins, the Catholic League playoffs, and that is where it gets fun. So buckle up, folks. Thanks for being with us, and we'll talk to you all tomorrow night here from Obie O'Brien Court at LaSalle College High School.